we are live, guys. Let me see here. You see my screen still, right, Rafa? Hello, hello.
Yes, everything's good.
Awesome. Let's start, guys. Let me share screen. Oh, sorry, not here. Start presentation. Okay, guys. So Affiliate Millionaires show with me, Sam X, Master Pink. So let's go with the show number 12. And today's show is about, first of all, thank you everyone for being here, especially for, to the ones that are here every week, supporting me and supporting us. So today's show, number 12, is about 5+ productivity hacks that will skyrocket your earnings. I will say that there are more than 30 in this presentation. I actually spent several hours, and it's totally free for you guys. And I wish someone told me about this. This is a mix of books, audiobooks, other courses, masterminds, etc. I try to put all of it together here for you guys. So let's start the party. Well, for those who don't know me, pretty much I'm just normal guy, human from Spain, but currently I'm in Colombia because of a lot of reasons. I'm a 7-figure media buyer and a workaholic. So let's see who is here with us. Who wants to be a sexy millionaire? Let's see.
Show me the way, master.
Someone is saying, is there an audio? Can't hear anything. Do you guys hear me?
Yeah, they can.
Okay, perfect. For I think the ones that cannot hear, I think they are on the web-based GoToWebinar or something like that. So it's just technical stuff. But good, awesome guys. Thank you for your feedback. So I see that many of you guys want to be a sexy millionaire. Okay, so let's go with our show. And I want to start talking about, how important it is to be productive, as we said, right? What makes a person incredibly successful is that they learn how to use their time efficiently, okay? And they create a habit out of it. We are all humans. Some people are pretty successful, others don't. Some people make millions a year, others make hundreds a year, but all of us have the same time. We have 24 hours a day, and the difference between those different people are very related with how they manage their time. Obviously, the network, the people they spend the most time with, etc. But one of the most important things is how they manage their time. And I posted this phrase today, a quote, in my wall, and it says, someone once told me the definition of hell: the last day you have on earth, the person you became will meet the person you could have become. And I think it's a very powerful quote. So don't waste your time, and don't wait until you are 85 years old to regret all the things you could have accomplished, all your dreams you could have accomplished. And don't be a how you say it, just take your life, take your time, and make the best out of it, right? Don't be a suffer person that only complains, a complainer, a procrastinator, right? Take action. So this is very a very good way of structuring the presentation so you don't get lost. There's 3 parts of this game called productivity. One of them is checking and improving how you are currently spending time. Okay, and I wish you take notes of most of the things I'm going to share with you, because some are going to be very powerful. The second one, how to get more time. And the third one, how to use your time more efficiently. Okay, so we're gonna go one by one, and there are gonna be several things inside of each of these three parts of this game. Okay, so starting with the first one. Okay, so how do we check and improve how we are currently spending our time? Okay, so in the time that we live, nowadays we are in the age of the distraction. Pretty much, you are there on the street, you get distracted by so many people, so many advertisements, so many things. Within your family, you get distracted a lot. In your business, hanging out on any web page, you get distracted a lot. We need to focus on where we are spending our time. Okay, so this is a very simple exercise that I would like you take action and do it, maybe now or maybe later. So you put the time and effort on it. So you have to list how many hours do you spend a day on each activity. So whatever you do during your day, just split all the tasks and activities that you do, then get the total of it, multiply it by 7, and the grand total you subtract it from 168, which is the total hours in a week. Okay, so for you to understand this simple exercise, and sets the base on you being more productive, look at this example, right? So this will give you an overview how you spend your day, your time, and maybe most likely you're going to see some gaps that you're not aware right now in how you're managing your time. So take action, do that, and you can share your thoughts. You can send me an email. I would love to have some feedback from you doing this exercise. It helped me a lot. Next thing is to identify your time wasters. Okay, it can be Facebook, it can be Skype, it can be YouTube, it can be TV, it can be your dog, it can be your wife, your husband, whatever. It can be a thing, it can be a person. Identify your time wasters in your life. Okay, I'm not saying that you have to remove them totally, but we have to limit the time we spend on them if we want to be productive and achieve our goals. So, distractions are very, 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 very expensive. Very expensive. You have to remember that. Okay, that's the meaning of distraction, thing that prevents someone from giving full attention to something else. But remember, time is the only thing that we are not going to recover. If we get distracted, we are not moving forward towards our goals. Okay. As I said, like this image, we need to focus, laser targeted focus to what we want to accomplish. This is pretty cool. I'm going to share with you four apps or four softwares that I use, I currently use, and they are pretty powerful. One of them is called Stay Focus D, which is a Chrome add-on. So you just have to go to Google, search engine, type Stay Focus Chrome add-on, and you're gonna have the first link is gonna be like Chrome add-on extension. If you don't know what an add-on is, just go to Google and search for it. Just like a little app that you can install in your Chrome browser, Google Chrome browser. Okay. So what this app does is that you can set a maximum time that you're gonna be able to surf or be on a specific site. For example, this is my browser, and I have Facebook.com, and I block it 10 minutes. Okay, sometimes I unblock it because I'm not perfect, but it's a good way to realize, hey, I just spent 5 times this, so it's 50 minutes of my day. I cannot keep doing this. Okay. The other one that many people use, but not many, but those who care about being more productive, this is my actual profile. So it's again, it's a Chrome add-on that is called News Feed Eradicator for Facebook. So you type that on Google search, news feed eradicator for Facebook Chrome, add-on, and you're gonna have that installed. Okay. So what happens is that when you want to try, you try to go to your wall or to your news feed, sorry, you're gonna see that you have, nice quotes. So you're not gonna waste your time being, spying on your friends and family and gossiping. The other app, or this is a software, and this is mine actually. This is how I spend my time in December. It's a free software called Rescue Time. You install it. I have it for the past 6 months, I think. And this is how I spend my time in December. So the first thing that you have to do is actually tell the software what activities are productive or not productive to you. For example, if you are a sales guy and you do sales on Skype, Skype for you is productive. But if you are a truck driver, if you are hanging out on Skype, I don't know, just a bad example, but you get it, right? So some tasks, some activities are not going to be productive for one or other person. So yeah, as you can see, I spent 272 hours in December stuck in front of my computer, which averages 9 hours a day. I don't recommend you that. It will kill you or make you rich. But yeah, this is how I spend my time. So this gives a score, and I have a 74. So it's good. I have to keep improving, But just download it, install it in your computer is pretty good. Another one is called Simpleology, or whatever it's called in English, with my Spanish accent. This software is pretty cool as well. It helps you to be a lot more productive. Like a tasks list. It's hard to explain how this software works. You have a 30-day trial, and just to mention that. Many of the Fortune 500 companies, like you see there, use this software. So that's enough to say, give it a try. Okay. Another thing is I'm going to be faster because I have several things to give you away. I would like to ask Rafa, if you're around, guys, are you liking it so far? We should close it and go to home.
Oh, people love it. People love it. They're having they're paying attention, right, guys?
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep giving a lot of value. So one of the things, and remember that we are on the first point of 3. Remember that it's really important. Take care of your diet as well. You can think that it doesn't affect, but it affects a lot. So you have 2 choices. Eating more or less healthy, and we are what we eat. So we have to take care of ourselves. Okay, healthy diet equals more energy, and I am 99% that equals more money. Okay, some of the things that I do on my daily basis is that when I wake up, I drink half a liter of water. Every morning, my girlfriend makes this, sorry for that word. I don't remember the cereal name in English. Well, it's a cereal with this aloe vera, type of shake, which is pretty good. I drink, juices. I, eat very healthy lately, especially with my girlfriend. I know I have many tricks and different ingredients and species that I use to keep myself healthy and energetic. But that's another presentation. So another thing is that we need to be reading books or listening to audiobooks. I think that's part of the being productive thing. We need to to be training our mind and brain every day. If not, our brain gets stuck. I have some personal choices there. I really enjoy those two first books, The Obstacle is the Way and The Code of the Extraordinary Mind. Those are, for me, if I have a child tomorrow, I would put those two books next to their crib. And another thing that I recommend is one called Philosopher's Notes by Brian Johnson, which is 400 plus, greatest personal growth books, from fitness to mind books, personal growth. I don't know, there's great books there. And what this guy did, Brian Johnson, summarized all these books in 3 PDF pages and very short audiobooks, like 50 minutes. If a book takes 6 hours, in an audiobook, he summarized all the important things mentioned on that book in 50 minutes. So if you are good enough and you contact me, maybe I can send you some gift about this. Another thing is meditation. Okay, it's known that daily meditation is a life changer. And I heard this day after day after day after day, and I still not doing it, the way I should be doing it, but I keep improving every day. I think meditation is one of the most important things that we have to do every day. It improves our well-being, physically and psychologically. Okay, I recommend you to start with the 6-phase guided meditation by Vishen Lakhiani, which is the same guy who wrote The Code of the Extraordinary Mind, and he has several masterminds. You can go to mindvalley.com, and if not, you can go to Google and YouTube and find a lot about that. Your daily routine. We're in point 1, guys. Your daily routine is really, really important. Wake up around 8 a.m., drink water, breakfast, meditation, or motivational videos, work, lunch, work, gym at 7:30, with dinner, bedtime. This is just one daily routine. You have to have yours. If you have children, you're gonna drop your kids at school. I don't know. Maybe you like to have tea with your neighbor, whatever. That's your daily routine, and you have to have it clear. This is a nice image. That is very important. When we are in our desk, we are sitting right, our computer, no distractions, and all that stuff that helps us to keep focused and stay focused. Okay, so that was the first point. I don't know if you're sleeping, guys. Some good stuff comes now. Someone said lemon water. Yeah, actually, I like to grab some lemon, just squeeze it and drink it with water. Yeah, every day. I take ginseng. I take a lot of dry fruits. I take quinoa. I take Greek yogurt. A lot of different things that I have around. My snacks are healthier than a hamburger. That's for sure. Juicing vegetables as well. You can buy a nice squeezer and have your veggie juices, etc. That's a very, very, very nice thing to do. So let's go to the next point, second point. Okay, so I divide this second point in 2 major things. So how we get more time, optimizing our sleep and getting up early, or reclaiming that time. And we are going to see what I mean with that. Okay, so with optimizing sleep and getting up early, optimizing sleep means that you have to find, all of us, we are all different. You must find the perfect time when you go to bed and discover the ideal time you should get up in order to maximize energy and health. It seems that this is BS, but that's really, really important. And whether you know it or not, that should be done by cycles, 1.5 hours cycles. Okay, so 1.5, 3 hours. And to show you the power of this is that you have to ask yourself, one day you slept 11 hours and you wake up groggy, whatever, and another, you're waking up after 3 hours and you feel energetic. So it's all about sleep cycles. Okay. So how can you do that? Try going to bed at the same time and get up earlier gradually. If you would like to get up at 6 a.m. every day instead of at 8, don't go from 8 to 6 like a, aggressive person. Don't kill yourself. Go gradually. So, 10 minutes less until you find, that goal, and then you maintain it. It's gonna be, there's gonna be energy drops during those 2 weeks, but you can fix that a little bit, with getting naps. One nap, 20-30 minutes, and if you feel very, very bad. Okay. Another cool thing that helped me a lot, it's if you have an iPhone or an Android, go to the Google Store or App Store, and type sleep tracker, something like that. The one that I use is called Sleep Cycle app, and this tracks your sleep. You put the phone, like on the bed, like, a bit away from yourself, and then this software is going to tell you how many hours you sleep. It's going to tell you, it's going to tell you how are you sleeping, which is a lot more important. It doesn't matter that you tell me I slept 12 hours. It doesn't mean anything to me. What matters is how well you slept. Okay, so this app tells you exactly, if you were like on a light sleep, or you were on a deep sleep, which is where you really rest. Okay, and all these waves and all these things that you can read, obviously. But this is really important. It's like when you have a child and the child told you, as a father, I studied 12 hours, right? That doesn't mean anything, right? Maybe the guy was, could have done that in 2 hours. It's the same thing. It's quality over quantity. Okay, so with this app, you can track that. And obviously you can have weekly, monthly summaries on work, to improve that. And the other one is reclaim that time. Okay, so what I mean with this is that, and it's very logic and obvious, but imagine that you are on the subway. When I was living in Chile, I used to use the subway and bus for 1.5 hours in the morning, 1.5 hours at night. This is why I fired my boss pretty much, and I decided to go IM and do internet marketing stuff. But I remember there starting to listen to all these audiobooks. Okay, so these 1.5 hours were not a waste of time for me. I was listening to audiobooks. Actually, I was improving my English, even though you can doubt about that. But that's it. That time is a time spent on activities that you cannot eliminate at this moment. But you can make those more productive. Okay, so just think about that and that concept, and work to improve that. And the last one, guys, the third part, which is full of nice things, is how to use your time more efficiently. And this is the most important one. Well, all are important, but this is one of the most important ones. So how to use your time efficiently. These are the most efficient ones. So if you see here, I'm going to show you a list. I'm going to go one by one, and you're going to get the value out of each of these. Okay, so set goals, define high leverage activities to achieve your goals, create a morning ritual, delegate, eliminate, and automate, block time, work in bursts, get into the flow, take naps, have a buffer, and so on. Okay, so there's a list. The first one is setting goals, and this, all these big leaders always talk about this, right? Setting goals, it's really, really important. You have to be smart about how you distribute your time, your resources, okay? If you don't have goals, you're gonna waste your time by accident, you know? You have to allocate the resources that you have, your time, and lining them up with your long-term goals, okay? And this is pretty beautiful. Goals work like a lens of a camera. If you set the lens and focus properly, you will be able to take a clear picture, okay? Like in this image on the top right. If you don't set clear goals and you're not focused on those, you're gonna be just, going from one, in our business, you're gonna go from one opportunity to another opportunity, wasting your time, energy. You will stop believing in something that obviously work, but you are not focused enough to make it work, okay? So how do you do this? How do you set up goals? I like to set up 3 to 5 main goals, okay? Not just in business, but in other areas in our life. And what I do is, I divide the year in quarters, and then you divide the quarters in months, and you divide the months in weeks. And, that's, very beautiful in theory, but, obviously I'm not perfect, but I try to do it. So what you do is you try to evaluate your goals based on those periods, okay? You have short, you have medium, you have long-term goals. And that's the way you're gonna accomplish those. And obviously you have to set up goals, higher, not so high that it's impossible to accomplish them, but not so low, so it's easy for you to accomplish them, and you can be in your comfort zone. So try to set up high goals to accomplish. Define high leverage activities to achieve your goals. This is about the Pareto principle, and I know you heard about this, right? The 80-20 rule, and it says that 80% of the results come from the 20% of your activities. Ask yourself these questions, okay? If I could only do one thing on that list, in your list of tasks all day long, which item on the list will add the most value and help me get closer to my goal? And then ask yourself, if you could do only one more thing on your list of key tasks, which will be the second one and the third one, okay? That's pretty powerful, okay? Create a morning ritual or your thing, okay? As we spoke, I showed you before, you have to have your morning ritual and your night ritual, okay? Your daily ritual, pretty much, okay? Drink water, remember that while you sleep, no one is drinking for you, so you're gonna, your body's pretty dry, so, this first thing I do in the morning, I get a glass of water, actually half a liter of water. Get a small win, do something that will make you feel proud for the rest of the day. Exercise, meditate. Start with tasks you hate the most. That's very important. It's very hard for me as well. Usually we start reading the email, hanging out on Facebook, checking the stats, if we made money or not. We should not be doing that. We should be doing, hey, this account has issues, or there is a big issue here that is losing us money. Let's obviously attack that first. Okay. This is really important. Delegate, eliminate, and automate. I failed this test in my life many times. I'm working on that. You don't need to do everything on your own. I still believe that I have to do everything on my own, and this is why I am not in a better situation, I guess. Identify high leverage activities, repetitive shit, outsource. Anything that is repetitive, try to outsource it. And here there is a nice graph that you can download, or if you type on Google, eliminate, automate, and delegate, you're gonna have it like this. And this is called the focus funnel. So you get a task to do. First thing you do is you ask yourself, does this task need to be done? Does it help me to get where I want to go? If not, you eliminate it. Can this task be automated? If yes, you automate it. Okay, and the third one is delegate. Can this task be delegated? If it can be delegated, just delegate it, And if that's not possible, then you do it, okay? And you can do it now and focus on the task, or procrastinate and do it later, okay? And in other books and theory, they talk about something that is called simplified, which is usually a Q2, okay? So Q2, sorry. So it will be pretty much, you ask yourself between eliminate and automate, before automate, you ask yourself, can this task be simplified, okay? Another thing to use our time efficiently is blocking times, okay? This is, this is how you should be doing it. Do 2-3 meetings with yourself where you are completely focused. Forget about email, forget about Facebook, forget about anything. About your dog, forget about anything. 2-3 meetings with yourself during the day where you are focused and totally isolated, just to do, to grind and move forward with your tasks. Working bursts, this is something that works pretty well for many people. There is many techniques out there, but there is one that it's very, worldwide known, which is Pomodoro technique, like the sauce, the Italian sauce. In the 1980s, Pomodoro invented this technique. Pretty much, it consists in you work for 25 minutes and then you have a 5 minutes break. Okay, so you are relaxed and you are highly effective. And you can have on the left an app for your phone for free, or you can have the physical gadget, which is just a little timer to obviously set those different periods of times where you work and then where you rest. Get into the flow. It's called the zone. Okay, this is just about I'm sure you can think about those moments where you really focus and you move fast and you get shit done and all the stuff. That's just we have to try to be on that mood. We have to try to be in the flow, in that zone. Maybe some music help you do that. Maybe eating a sandwich help you do that. Maybe whatever. We have to obviously be able to get that and be in our zone more and more time. Okay, take naps. I'm in Spanish and I don't take many naps, but they do help. Many big leaders and guys and whatever researchers, they say that naps are really good, so we should do it more. We don't need to sleep, just relax for some minutes, and that will give us an extra boost of energy and more to be more efficient. Have a buffer. This is just if you have a special meeting and you have some important meeting like at 9 a.m. don't wait until the last moment. Something is gonna arise, Murphy's law is gonna come and it's gonna make a big mess. You don't have to be stressed, nervous in that meeting. Just try to be earlier. Okay, same with all deadlines. Okay, don't let everything for the last moment. If you have to hand some project, if you have to do this or that, don't wait until the last moment. Okay. Okay, so here I have the rest of the things that I consider that are very important to be more time efficient. Okay, so one of them is when things don't go according to the plan, chill. Okay, so that's very important, right? We are not experts in productivity. I'm not perfect. We have still a lot of inefficiencies. So this is because we are often we depend on external circumstances. Okay, so if things go wrong, chill. Okay, track how you are investing your time. Okay, the app that I showed you before, Rescue Time, is a good way to do it. Okay, writing your activities list, etc., your daily ritual. That's very, very important. Okay, evaluate your results. Okay, you can do it once per week, whatever, at night. Just sit down, and just think about what you have accomplished, right? A day or a week or a month. Were you productive, unproductive? If you were unproductive, try to eliminate, delegate, and automate more. If you were productive, focus more on that. Okay. Bulk up on tasks. This is, with my girlfriend, I go to the grocery, I do grocery shopping twice a month. I decided that time ago. So I don't go grocery shopping every 2 days like many people do. I do 2 big shoppings a month, and that's enough for me most of the times. Okay. So try to dedicate 1 day a week to do all this shit together. Just don't do, don't pay your bills on Monday, go grocery shopping on Tuesday, go to the spa on Thursday. I don't know, just try to do, you get it, you understand me, right? So don't clean your apartment 1 day, then grocery shopping another day, blah, 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 okay? Say no to meetings that don't have a specific outcome defined. That's one of the big mistakes for me, is that I don't know how to say no. So try to do it yourself. Don't overload your day with meetings that don't do anything apart from wasting your time. Just talking and masterminding when it is not productive is not good. Okay. The same thing with the email. Say no to email until you finish your morning ritual. Okay. One of the mistakes that I have as well is that I check my email 50 times a day, I check stats 80 times a day, I check Skype 100 million times a day, and that's not productive. And working on that is hard, but we have to be able to say no to email, no to Skype for many different periods or times during our day. We should not check email more than twice a day, actually. But it's hard. It's hard. I bear with you. Say no to things which are not supporting your goals. That's the same thing. With meetings, with other stuff that is not supporting your goals, be able to say no, okay? Because when you say no to others, you say yes to yourself. Just keep that in mind, okay? Reward yourself. That's, I think, very, very important. I am a very bad person with myself, but rewarding yourself feels good. Taking a break, going to a spa, disconnecting the whole Saturday from your Skype. I think that's a reward for your hard work, and that should be more and more often. Okay. Develop a night ritual. Same thing than the morning ritual. Benjamin Franklin always ask himself, what good have I done today? So think about amazing things which have happened, okay, in this night ritual. Okay. Do a tech detox. That's something that I got better. That means that if you go to bed, don't pick up the phone. If you go to the gym, don't go with the fucking phone. Sorry for the word, but when you go to the gym and you go with the phone, then you don't train, you don't do anything. And that happened to me many times. The same with going with to bed with your phone. Only thing that you're gonna get is a discussion with your wife or girlfriend or husband or boyfriend. So do a tech detox. And what is working for me really well is weekends. I try to be a lot less online, even though obviously I have to be there, but I try to. So final thoughts, and thank you for all of you being with me. Samuel, you have this question. I can answer some questions if you need in 1 minute. you can be thinking, wow, Samuel, you know all this stuff. Are you perfect? No, fuck no, I am not perfect. But I keep trying, I keep optimizing, I keep moving forward. I strive to be perfect. It's hard, yes. And nothing good is easy. So we just have to keep optimizing. I am a lot better than I was 2 years ago. Remember, this time and health never comes back. Time especially never comes back. So spend it wisely and appreciate the time. There is this nice video of a guy. I don't remember. It's in YouTube. I always remember that video. A guy that says you have some amount of money, right? Like 3 million or 360 whatever seconds a day has, right? Or I don't remember what was that exactly. But you have an amount of time a day to spend. It's money. Okay, mind that you wake up with all that money and you have 1 day to spend it. And after that day, it goes wasted. You cannot recover that money. Now apply that to your time. You wake up and you have X amount of seconds, minutes during your day. So try to spend them wisely. Just compare with money. You will spend all the money in good things, right? So spend your time the same way. Okay, don't waste it. Consistency is what's important. You need to be consistent to be more productive. Choose what sounds good and to you and start now. I share with you so many things in so many different areas: apps, software, little tricks, exercises, and tests to do. Start with something and work your way to be productive. You will freak out, and I really personally say it, you will freak out how much more you can accomplish if you start doing those things. Okay. And this is it. Paul Mayer said, productivity is never an accident. It's always the result of a commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. So, nothing good is by accident. Just, work hard and get there. I don't know if Rafa, are you there? Or if you guys have any question, if it's been 50 minutes of value, I think.
I think people say that they love you. It was a pleasure to listen to you. They're asking for a next show.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I stayed till the end.
Thank you,
You
sir.
got me like great tips, really great tips, and a lot of things are true. I'm actually gonna go to Walmart with my girlfriend, and I'm gonna try to buy for 2 weeks now, because I usually go every week. But let me see if I can do it
Yeah.
in 2 weeks and buy more.
Yeah. I mean, some of these, that some things can seem logical, stupid, and very easy to understand, and we don't do it. And they are so small things, and they can impact us so much in just not wasting time and being more productive. It's crazy.
Yes, excellent.
Okay, guys, if you have any question, people are saying thank you. Thanks to you guys for being here. I enjoyed creating the slides actually a lot and sharing it with you. So if you have any question, just let us know. You know that we are here for you. This was about productivity, but what we do. If you're a mastermind, media buying, Amazon strategies, Bing strategies, media buying, all about CPA, internet marketing. We can help you with all of that. All you need to do is get on a call with our strategy coach. But other than that, we are here for you. You can look for me on Facebook, Samuel Chiveiro, or you can go and look for Rafael Luque. And Gianni was not here because he's hanging out with Grant Cardone and with the big fishes. Hope he brings some good news for everyone, just not for the company, but for all of you that you are there supporting us the same way we support you. So Rafa, if you want to close it, thank you guys for your time.
Thank you, Samuel. We'll see you again next Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Eastern, the Affiliate Millionaire Show with your host, Samuel X. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you
Bye,
next
guys.
week. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Bye bye, guys. Bye.
Thank you, Samuel. Bye.